To the Lotus FM investment focus with Money Web. Now today is the second installment of a discussion that we picked up on yesterday, taking a look at investing in gold coins with the chairman of the Coin Shop or the South African Gold Coin Exchange, Mr. Alan Demby, who joins us in studio to help us just enlighten our knowledge when it comes to investing in gold. But Alan, we've often seen that the market sentiment with gold is that it's an investment option that people often view as a safe haven, that if you know no other place to put your money in, that often gold is always seen as the number one option to go to. In the people who have religious or cultural beliefs, those people from the East predominantly, they invest a lot in gold. Would you say the market sentiment around this still exists in today's society?
Very much so. Well, let's talk about gold as a safe haven. 10 years ago, EFTs, exchange-traded funds, didn't exist. Today, there's well over $100 billion that has been invested into gold around the world, and there are a number of them traded on the stock exchange in Sydney, as well as in England and America. In fact, the Spider ETF has probably got about $80 to $90 billion worth of gold. So it's become so much easier for individuals and, in fact, institutions to buy gold than ever before. And you raise a very interesting question. In the past, it was really the wealthiness, that is Europe and America, that was able to afford and buy gold. But in truth, culturally, in the East, that is India and China, they have a history of owning gold that goes back thousands of years. And now that those two countries are becoming the engine, if you will, of the future economy, economic well-being, driving the wealth of perhaps the world, if you will, more and more people from these countries are going to be buying gold. They're starting to buy gold, and they're going to buy even more. And I think this will actually drive the price of gold even further. Keeping in mind that culturally, these two societies have been buying gold for generations. They're not looking to make a quick buck. They understand it. They understand gold for what it is. It is a store of value in a time of need. It's probably the West that sees gold more as an investment play. What is happening is you might be finding perhaps some of the Westerners are maybe divesting a little bit of their gold, and it's really the Chinese and the Indians that are picking up the slack. So I think it bodes well. If you look at those two economies, and there are many other economies as well in the East, but those two economies, as the wealth of those two countries is going to increase substantially over the next 50 to 100 years, it does bode well for gold. They're certainly going to be net buyers. They're not looking to make a quick buck. They're just looking to accumulate and store some of their wealth and stash it away in times of need. So they look at it as a store of value rather than, if you will, an investment play.
Well, many thanks to Alan Demby, who's the chairman of the Coin Shop, that's the South African Gold Coin Exchange, discussing not only the market sentiment around investing in gold, but tomorrow he'll also help us in theory of gold investing and the difference between investors and collectors, and how collectors are usually in the game to ensure that they maintain the long-term value of the gold investment that they've initially made. But if you'd like to read up a little bit more on gold investments or investing in gold coins, then visit their website on www.sagoldcoin.co.za. You can also contact them on their call center number, which is 0861 724 653. Otherwise, you can just drop me an email, gugu@moneyweb, and I'll forward you those details. Please be careful, because there are several counterfeit, or not necessarily counterfeit, but fake websites available online, which might lure you into making deposits for gold coins that you may never get. So just make sure that you do double check and ensure that it is the right company.